Go, go, go. Go. Come on then, mate. Oh! Have a look at this. G'day, I'm Steve Irwin, and Charlie is one of the naughtiest crocodiles I've ever met. I can't say I blame him. He was born and raised at a crocodile farm, so he was pretty lucky not to get killed and turned into boots, bags and belts. And now he lives at our place in a really nice billabong. Charlie is one of the wildest and yet most rewarding wildlife rescues I've ever been involved in. G'day!
G'day!
Here we go again, adventuring, where the wild, wild, wild creatures hang. We're gonna have a gorgeous,
G'day.
Don't muck with it, very, very dangerous time, my friend.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. What a little beauty.
From the land down under, the land of wonder, the man-made call.
Check this out.
Crocodile hunter.
I've been catching crocodiles since I was a boy. And this is how we transport them. This is a crate. It's a wooden box. Really solid. It's braced to handle big crocodiles. And you can see the end of the box has got a hole in it. So we just feed a rope through it so we can pull the crocodile into the box from the other end. Once the crocodile's inside there, it's all nice and snug so they can't thrash around and get big head shakes. It minimises their movement, so when they bang into the box, they can't get a big thrust up and smash the box, but most importantly, they can't hurt themselves. These boxes, these crates are designed to minimise the stress on the croc and make sure there's no damage. Which brings me to one of the most heart-wrenching crocodile rescues I've ever done. Charlie.
Charlie, he's one mean crocodile. He's got good reason to be a little bit angry. Where he lives isn't very pleasant. Now, crocodiles like the camouflage of deep, dark, dirty water. But poor old Charlie, he's living in a pond that's just concrete and rock. When the tide comes in, he's got some water, but sometimes he's high and dry. So we're gonna go get him out. The walls are tall, the ground is hard, and this is one angry crocodile.
Meet Charlie. He's a really grumpy crocodile, and no wonder. Just look at the concrete pit that he's been kept in. He's lived here his entire life. He's got nowhere to hide, no exercise, and no pleasure at all. Now, he doesn't understand it, but I've got to try and capture him out of this concrete dungeon. Terri grabs hold of my legs and braces me, because now that I've got that top jaw rope on, it's quite likely he could pull me in. I'm going in for a blindfold. That Hessian bag I need to secure over his eyes so as we can get in and make our move. He's starting to tire. Get another couple of blokes in here. Death roll, death roll. Look at him. He's even banging the concrete. That's gotta hurt. I feel so sorry for this crocodile. He's been tormented all his life, and now he thinks we mean to kill him. Here we go. Gotta get the team in now. We've got some good ropes on. Righto. We're gonna have to jump him. Everyone piles in. This might look pretty funny, but this is the only way to hold him down. We've got to secure him with brute strength. It's people power that counts. And here's my dad, the legend, tying his jaws up so as none of us run into the danger when we get off him to shift him, because he can still bite down hard.
Front leg out.
Great to have my dad there. He's got the expertise and the wisdom to do the job quickly and accurately. You can see we've got ropes around, we've got a blindfold on. The blindfold's the best way to secure and sedate the animal. Now it's a matter of securing the ropes and getting the box in. Here comes me croc crate. So I'm going to crawl up inside the crate and put the ropes through so as we can pull him through from one end while my team pushes from the other.
Push. We'll try and lift. And go. Push. Righto, all the way. Back foot out.
In he goes. Inch by inch, we slide him in.
That's it.
Great work. Got to secure it with some bolts, and then we've got to lift it up out of this concrete dungeon and try and get it onto my truck.
That was the easy part. That went really well. We kept him off the concrete, tossed him, no worries at all. Now the hard part, we've got to try and lift several hundred kilos up onto that big wall, onto the truck, get it out into the sand, back off the truck and into the back of the truck. Woo! Let's go.
And this is where a good, sturdy crocodile crate comes into its own. It's built of timber, so they can't hurt themselves, and they're confined, kept nice and tight, so they can't get a big swing and smash their way out or hurt themselves.
Forward. Woo!
And after transport, we located a couple of niggly little problems with Charlie's feet. And here he is, back at Australia Zoo, with his new life. We've built a beautiful territory just for him, and in time we'll be able to give him a girl. And here's the downside of keeping any animal on concrete. They're like bed sores. He's got awful wounds on his feet, on his tummy, on the base of his tail. No animal should put up with concrete.
Hold this foot out for me. So what we were doing is applying Silverdene cream. He's got like major bed sores. What it'll be is from the concrete. He's building. Wait on. Okay.
The ointment on his feet will help him to heal really quickly, in days rather than weeks, particularly in his new house. Now comes the dangerous part. The blindfold's off. We just got a couple of ropes to cut, and then we're going to have to jump off and jump off quick, because as soon as we release our grip, he'll be ready to snap and snap down hard. Go, go, go! He opens his mouth. He's not sure where he is. He must be confused.
Isn't he a champion? This is Charlie the champion. Real nice looking croc.
And now he feels the freedom and goes for the water. Beautiful.
In Australia, the saltwater crocodiles can be very territorial. In fact, the males will come together in one section of river and sometimes fight to the death.
And here he is, Charlie, 1 year later and behaving just like a crocodile. He's waiting, hoping that I'm going to come down to the water's edge. You want this piece of meat? Come on then. Come on then. Watch this. He hits like... Oh, and he's quick. How's that for a strike? Any closer and I'd have been in a lot of trouble. He hits so fast that you're barely able to get out of the way quick enough. You're a naughty boy. He's certainly in good shape. Really fit. Really, really fit. Terri, I'd start to move. Go, go, go. As he slides back down into the water, you can see how he's turned into a crocodile now. Meat for the big boy. Come on. Come on then. Come on. And those jaws. Isn't he a beauty? Look at his teeth. His hands are nice and clean, and his head. Beautiful head structure. I tell you what, he's grown a heck of a lot in the last 12 months. He's put on nearly a foot and probably around 100 kilos in weight. And he's naughty. By crikey, he's naughty. Somewhere in here, he's got a girl. Her name's Angel, and she's pretty toady too. Talk about a success story. As you can see, he's turned into a crocodile. He's in that water somewhere in ambush mode, just like crocodiles do in the bush. There he is. Here he comes, here he comes. Come on, naughty boy. Here's fish meat. Woohoo! How's that in jaws? He's a little bit... Wait a minute, wait. Move there, move. He gets a little carried away sometimes. He has got the wildest set of teeth. You know, they're growing all the time. And every day that he's here at Australia Zoo is a good day. By crikey, he has a good day. Really good. Lots of activity. He loves to attack the lawnmower, the whippersnipper. You come in here to rake up, whoo, he's attacking you. He's turned into quite an awesome crocodile, all right. Here's a saltwater crocodile skull that's just a bit bigger than Charlie's, pretty similar. Have a look at that for teeth structure. They all lock in together beautifully. And these teeth, look at this one. As thick as my thumb and nearly as long as it. They have got the wildest set of teeth. In actual fact, when you look at a crocodile's head, you're looking at one of the most powerful forces on the face of the earth. Here's a smaller skull here, and it's really interesting, the teeth. You can see on the end of the snout there, right, there's his nasal disc, but there's holes that go straight through the top jaw, and you can see there's teeth, right? Those teeth that come up from the bottom jaw stick up straight through holes in the top jaw. That's a locking device. So if they hit something, those teeth go through, lock into the top jaw, there's no escape. And you can see how they mesh into each other. It's like a giant vice grip. You can see on this crocodile here, right? The bone, put a bit of skin on it, and it's like solid as rock. The eyes, of course, they're capable of pulling them straight back inside their head, like right back inside, so you can't gouge them. Very difficult for an animal to hurt them. There's their ears right behind their eyes, underneath the head shields. And here, on the start of their neck, these are called nuchal scutes, and that is bone underneath the skin. And they go all the way along their back. Total armour plating. Beautiful teeth structure. There's the little nostrils there. Have a look at this bloke. Check this out. Ooh, beautiful big skull. And this is off a 15-footer. Solid, I tell you what. You imagine something like this. What? Woo! You snap every bone. Crikey, you just boff. Disintegrate on impact. Have a look at the head shields on this bloke. Of course, this is a big old male at 15 feet. Rarely do females grow above 10. And this guy would be capable of crushing a cow or a buffalo or even a wild pig skull with one almighty chomp. Imagine, this thing closes together at virtually 3,000 pounds per square inch. Bone crunching. It's always great to try and reciprocate animals in their natural environment. And every bloke needs a Sheila. Pretty soon, I'm going to introduce to you Charlie's Angel.
True or false? A crocodile has a tongue. Stick around to find out.
Crocodiles have a tongue, true or false? It's true. Crocodiles have a tongue which actually forms a valve in the back of their throat, enabling them to pull down underwater. Crikey, he's a wild one, that Charlie. And we've got him a beautiful little girl named Angel.
Okay, here's the object of the game. We've got to move one beautiful little angel from one side of the zoo to the other. And Angel isn't cooperating.
Okay, bring it over you.
Nope, she's not gonna stop spinning. Steve's gonna have to go in. Ooh, watch out. Okay, now it's pure manpower.
Back feet up.
She's a feisty little crocodile. Once that blindfold goes on, she should calm down a little bit, and then it's just pure people power to get her moved out of the enclosure.
It takes 8 strong blokes to shift one little female.
Want to swing the head round? You right? Better there. Watch your feet.
We've got to be really careful where and when Angel goes into the water, because if Charlie's sitting under the water like this, waiting, thinking a human, me, is coming down to the water, he might strike and hit. But if it's Angel and he thinks it's me, whack, he might give her a really nasty bite.
Yeah, he's up on the bank, mate. Spin him around. All right. Got it. Back leg.
Here we go, she's going in. It's important that I get over to the other side of the enclosure and drag Charlie straight to me. I'm like a human decoy. Here he comes.
Nice. Hurry.
Just get out. Out. Move, just get out. Run for it. Charlie's going to kill us all. He's coming straight over.
She's still got her top jaw rope on, which could be a problem. You can see how it goes on like that, so hopefully it'll just slide off. But I'd like to get it off, because you can imagine it'd be like this. Cut the wrap like that, and make it really hard to eat and really hard to breathe properly. Probably take you to water.
Charlie. I've got Charlie.
See if you can get him out, Dag. Ooh, here he comes. He's coming out. Now we got to try and get that top jaw rope off Angel.
Yeah, here it is. Bit of rope over here.
Sit in the water. The boys are going to try and hold Charlie out while I grab the top jaw rope and try and release it from her jaws.
I got the hook, Fred.
He looks content, but if he comes back in the water, we've got a huge problem. Uh-oh, here he comes. Just got to try and hook that rope. Come on, sweetheart, come on. She's being cooperative. We're running out of time. Charlie's coming. Yes, we've hooked it out.
We got it, mate.
And here he comes. Oh, he's having a go at her. Run, sweetheart, run. It's important that Charlie is dominant over this girl. If you can imagine, he's never seen another crocodile in his life. In fact, he's really lucky to be alive. But this has gone well. He's showing her how big he is. I'm the big dominant male in here. I'm the ruler of this territory. Look at the size of my head. What a beauty. Job well done.
Coming up next, we're going to show you some of the dangers we encounter behind the scenes. Whack! Where is a crocodile most dangerous? From the water's edge? From up in a tree? Or from on land? Where is the crocodile most dangerous? From the water, a tree, or land? From the water's edge. They'll lay just under the water in ambush, and they'll wait until an animal gets close enough, and then they'll strike, hit, kill, pull back into the water, hard and fast. Recently, we made Charlie the star in the opener of one of our wildlife documentaries, Last Waterholes of the Outback. You might remember this.
Come on in, Charlie. Oh, this is the saltwater crocodile, largest crocodile on the planet. We're going to take you on an adventure up into Cape York Peninsula, into the drying waterholes of the Normanby River, to look at Australia's unique species, the freshwater crocodile.
In order to get that great angle, we had to mount the camera on a crane arm so the crew wouldn't get eaten. Now, the first time it worked really good, and thank goodness we got it in one take, because take two, Charlie was a little bit wiser.
Look at
this, smooth as a zipper. The Jimmy Jib allows us to be able to get 30 or 40 feet over the water for these hard-to-get shots. So here's take one. You can see the camera zooming across the water on a giant crane, on a Jimmy Jib arm. Here's take two.
Have a look at this.
Oh, he's got it. Look at his jaws. Here we go again. This is another camera angle. You can see the crane coming across with the camera. He sees it. Whack! He's got it. He kills the camera. Whew. The Jimmy Jib arm goes flying in the air as Charlie cruises round, killing the little bits of camera that he's already torn off. By crikey, he's a naughty crocodile. And what an expensive bit of damage. He's totaled it, smashed the camera to bits, and wrecked the Jimmy Jib arm. That crane will never be the same again.
That should be a good shot.
And have a look at the damage. He scored the lens. Talk about a close-up.
Crikey, he's a naughty boy. We were really happy that no one was hurt. Charlie, he was super happy that he got to kill a camera.
Charlie's doing really well here at Australia Zoo. He's desperately in love with Angel, and they're planning on laying lots of little eggs.
We just love him. I want to squeeze Charlie on the cheeks, but his teeth are too sharp. We have got to stack more adventures, so we'll see you next time.
Catching and relocating crocodiles is my expertise. I learned off my dad when I was a boy. Let's go get him. I'm going to show you how to capture wild crocodiles.
Crocodile hunter.
Suey, you're not supposed to go in there. This is my trapping technique. This is the trap that I use to catch big, rogue crocodiles. It's really strong. In fact, hey!
Gotcha!
You can see how it's got a drawstring on the other end. So once you get your crocodile trapped in here, he can bite, he can't get out, he can thrash around, and there is no way he's able to get out. And it's soft. It won't hurt the crocodile like steel or big wooden objects. You can see how their teeth would go straight through. Hey! This is the technique that I use to catch a big old crocodile named Nobby.
So the next job is to set a couple of traps really close to that slide.
This is the target crocodile. Very easy to tell it's the target crocodile. Have a look at the size. Let's pick a set of tracks. Let's say these tracks here. There's his claw marks. Okay, so that's a big foot. His foot is over that wide. Okay, so let's say he's got 1 foot here, claw marks coming down into the water, the other foot over there. That puts him at almost a metre across the belly, which makes him in excess of 12 feet. When they're in excess of 12 feet, normally you'll only get one male in a territory, and this is the male that we're looking for because being a territorial species, they'll actually fight each other and push other males out. So this is the male, the problem crocodile that's hanging around Escott Station. This is his sunning bank. He crawls up the bank here, bit of a belly slide. He actually crawls right up the bank, comes right up here. You can see he ducks under here and suns himself up in here in the camouflage of the trees. He can sun himself up here on this bank all day. No one's going to be able to disturb him. No one will even see him. And it's very important that this is the general sign of the target crocodile.
So this is one of the traps that we set to catch old Nobby, the problem crocodile hanging around here at Escott Station. Nice big blue trap, designed for a crocodile in excess of 15 feet. Leading bait out the front here, which he didn't eat. Now this is an ideal trap site. First off, this was a game trail. This is where agile wallabies used to come through the mangrove and they'd come down here for a drink in the freshish water. And crocodiles tend to hang around these game trails trying to pick up a free feed. So what we did is we just cleared a little groove into the mangroves. I only had to remove a couple of very small mangrove plants and then set the trap up. You can see the big weight bags up in the tree. Look up in there. There's the weight bags. Okay, what I'll do now is I'll show you exactly how a crocodile sets the trap off.
Imagine I'm the crocodile. I'm lured right up into the back of the trap with a big piece of bait. I grab hold of that bait and pull on it, try to pull it out back to the water.
So as you can see, once the trap's gone off, the bag hoists the drawstring on the trap, and therefore the crocodile, he's got hold of the bait, he'll drop that because he's a bit confused, and then he'll come to the front of the trap, and he'll get his nose in there and he'll push, and he can't get out, and he'll try over here, push, and he'll just continue to try and push out, and he can't. He'll relax, he'll be a little bit confused, and then he'll start again trying to push out. And as you can see, there is no possible way that he can get out of the trap. He can actually bite it, get his teeth deep into the mesh and thrash around like this. And if all the strings break off around him, it just drops loose and he just cannot get out. The beauty of these traps is the croc can't hurt himself. There's no steel mesh, there's no way he can debark his head. But the unfortunate thing, the downside is, if a person gets close enough, gets within range, whack! The croc could bite out, get his teeth through the mesh and actually do damage to a person in and around the trap site. Pushing up here, can't get out anywhere. Push up here, there's no way to get out. Can't get out of this. Look at the trap. Oh. Now I know what it really feels like. Righto, Terri, they've had enough now, let me out. Terri!
I'm coming! I'll be right there!
Hey, Terri! This is no time to be mucking around. That got him. I'm pretty proud of my crocodile trapping techniques. Myself and Dad designed them back in the early 80s.
We're going right back deep into the croc files to find this old vision. Watch this girl bite me on the foot. Yow, that hurt. Every crocodile I've been called on to capture has required a different set of skills and techniques. That one sure sunk its teeth in, and this female is way up deep in a muddy cavern. There's only one way to get her out of here, and that's clear a big enough hole that I can get a lasso onto a stick and get it right up inside there. As she bites down on it, I'm able to get the lasso around her top jaw, and her top jaw only. Once that's secured, I should be able to manipulate her out of her little cavern. Oh, we've got the top jaw rope on, and she's a little bit stubborn to get out. She goes into a bit of a death roll. She's hanging on. She doesn't want to come out. They've only got short legs, but they're very powerful legs. Combine that with a stubborn attitude, and you've got an awesome force to get out of the mud. Here goes the blindfold. Once the blindfold's on, we're going to have to overpower her, which means, yes, jump on it. Luckily enough, I've got me mate Wes to help me out. Get a few ropes on, and then the last, probably the hardest part, is picking her up and getting her into my dinghy, into my little boat. Here we go. We're stuck in the mud. Bong! Whoa! Gotcha!
True or false? Steve caught his first crocodile when he was about this size. Stick around, I'll tell you the answer. True or false? Steve caught his first crocodile when he was about this size. No, that's false. Steve wasn't Bindi size when he jumped out of a boat and caught his first croc. He was 9 years old.
I've been catching crocodiles since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Just a small boy when Dad had me up in the wilds of northern Queensland catching freshies and saltwater crocodiles. What a great life up in the wilderness. And you know, out of the hundreds of crocodiles that I've captured, this one that I've got in my trap right now is completely different to anything I've ever seen before.
So the crocodiles come into our trap last night. It's first thing in the morning. I've got to get around there and get a top jaw rope on. But as I get down, is when I notice.
Hey, Dad, he's missing half of his bottom jaw. This is a classic case. He's had half of his bottom jaw ripped off by another crocodile in a territorial dispute, and that's why he's hanging around here. Knocked off a dog, probably had grab hold of a dead cow when he's floating around. And these become problem crocodiles because they can't compete with other crocodiles. If this bloke got into a fight with another large, dominant male, it would certainly cost him his life. They become very naughty.
But he's good and strong. He's very healthy. He's worked out how to get feed, even though he's missing his bottom jaw. Look how fat his tail is. He's strong, fit and healthy. And you can see that bottom jaw. It would have been a hideous injury.
Just gonna bring these bags down a bit. Here we go.
He's a strong croc, and Dad watches on in case something goes wrong as I try to secure the first top jaw rope. The trick is to get the noose through the net in between his top and bottom jaw, pull it through with a stick, and then feed it back over his top jaw only. You can see I'm using a stick to push it down so it can get nice and snug and secure on his jaw. Now a second one. He's a big croc and he's strong, so I'm gonna need at least two, and he's pretty tired, so he allows me to slip the noose through. He's quiet now, he's used a lot of energy, and I'm easily able to poke it through, over his jaw. And once I get this one on, we're in with a show. Ooh, here he goes.
Hold him, Bob.
It's okay, Dad's got him from the side. Ooh, that was close. But it gives me enough time to get another top jaw rope on. Look at him fight. This croc has got a lot of go in him. He's very, very strong. So now that we've got him secured, there's one more job. Cut the ropes and get a blindfold. He's almost ready to go. We don't believe in using sedatives on crocodiles. When they're in this stressed state, a drug could actually kill the croc. So we subdue them with a very simple blindfold. And here I'm using a piece of canvas, just getting it over his eyes, and the croc will settle right down and be ready to be shifted. Okay, everyone off. Whoa. People pile off, we get the blindfold off, there's no ropes on him. This is his temporary holding enclosure while everyone makes a decision on where he's gonna go. If he's gonna be relocated or released back into the same waterhole he came from. He's a beautiful crocodile, stocky, big body structure, and he's just on 14 feet in length. Look at that bottom jaw. I've gotta try and turn him round and get him into the water. Ah, he's felt the water. Now that he knows it's there, he'll go in, submerged.
We knew that the only safe place we could put this poor disabled crocodile was back in the waterhole that it came from. So with the help of the cowboys that were originally afraid of him, we're gonna return him back to the water and we'll look after him. They'll protect him and they'll actually let him scavenge a little bit of food.
That's it. Here's the game plan, Dave. If we can get him, pick him up, drag him down so as his head's sitting real close to the water, face to the water. Get the trailers and trucks and everyone out of the way so as everyone's behind and well back. And then we'll all be on him, holding him down. And as soon as we're ready, we'll get these ropes off. And then he's in.
Dragging his huge weight out of the crocodile crate takes all our strength, but the blindfold keeps him nice and quiet. We've got to pull his little legs up and drag him across the mud, right out in front of the water, and then get ready for my signal to get off and get off fast, because if he turns round, he'll nail someone. Dad removes the top jaw ropes. 1, 2. Okay, we're ready.
Go! Anyway up!
And he's free. He's free to go. He sees the water, has a little swing at us, don't touch me, and in he goes. This is easily the most rewarding part of catching crocodiles. This is what it's all about. the release back into the wild where they belong. Beautiful animal.
When we come back, I'd like to show you the art of lassoing crocodiles. Have a look at this beautiful crocodile. Really unfortunate. It was killed by some awful poachers, but it's great for a demonstration for a technique that I use for crocodiles at around about this size, around about 10 feet. This is one of my favourite top jaw ropes. Of course, it's a very simple lasso technique with a loop and the rope slides through. So you've got to be very careful when you top jaw rope. If you get it all the way over, top and bottom jaw, then the rope will go round their neck and the crocodile will fight so ferociously that they'll actually cut their own head off. Oh, that's pretty gruesome. So what I've got to do is I've got to get the rope out into the water and try and juggle it until it goes over their top jaw only, and then back to about here behind those big teeth somewhere and pull it up tight. Once you've got it up tight like that, then you can hang on to them and you can't hurt the crocodile. They can struggle, you can pull them down until you can get in and grab hold of the crocodile. The old top jaw technique. Very successful with this size croc.
Oh, here she comes straight at me. She's a really feisty female. And now that she's submerged, I'm able to throw my top jaw rope like a lasso out into the water. And then all I needed to do is bite it. But not only has she got to bite it, but she's got to bite it between her top and bottom jaw. She's having a fair sort of a go at it, and I'm just using a piece of green bamboo to try and get it to bite. Look at her, she's watching. Terri's got another one. Here we go. She's thrashing around. She's not going to take it. She almost knows. Oh, it's on. We've got one on, but it's in a bad placement, so we're going to have to slip another one over her top jaw. Steady, girls, steady. Oh, miss. Here we go, steady. And pull it up. Pull it up. Come on, pull it up. Yes. And it's on. We've got her top jaw secured. Now all we've got to do is pull her up the mud and overpower her. I'm going to hit her. Yes. Got her around the neck. Terri jumps on, and all we've got to do is get our hands over her eyes until Terri can get a blindfold on and get those ropes from round my legs, and we've got this girl secured. It's a matter of working like a team. We're just going to secure her jaws together while we transport her, just so as she can't bite down on us. She's a little over 7 foot in length, so she takes both of us to lift her. She's a strong girl, by crikey. Look at the way she uses her tail to curl round and flick us about.
For catching crocodiles less than 6 feet, we go out at night with a spotlight, and in the still of the darkness, you scan the area for eye shines. There's one, bright red eye shine. And once you pick up that bright red eye shine, head the boat straight at it, Terri. We'll idle the boat. Right at it. Okay, closer. I'll hand the spotlight back to Terri. Keep it on it. And as we get closer and closer, we get within range. Steady. I'll get ready and dive. Grab it around the scruff of the neck, and you've got to tuck the base of the tail in between your legs like this and hold on. Hang on, I got it. When they struggle, if you don't hang on to them, they'll turn around and they'll bite you on the face. Okay, babe, I got him. Bring the boat in.
That's it in theory. But the reality is sometimes Steve grabs a crocodile that's a little too big. Thank goodness I'm there to come to the rescue.
In the still of the night, we launch our boat, our crocodile boat. It's painted black to cut down the reflection coming off our spotlight so we can see the eye shine of crocodiles clearly. We start scanning the river system from side to side, idling the boat. You can't go too fast or you'll scare them. And then suddenly, in the darkness, you'll see that really bright red reflection from their eye. We start to move in slowly, and there it is, on the bank. As it dives into the water, I get ready and spear straight at it. Whammo! You gotta get it by the neck and hang on. But it's a bit bigger than I thought. I'm having big trouble hanging onto it. I can't get the base of the tail in between my legs. It's too hard. Terry's got to jump in and help me. It's gonna take two. This one's just over 7 feet, which is a big handful. If I could get the tail between my legs, I'd be right, but I can't. And the water's too deep. We can't get a footing. It's almost drowning as she keeps thrashing us around. Here's how strong they are. Two of us can hardly restrain the animal. If we can just get closer to the bank, we can get a good footing and get out. It looks like she can bite me. She's got her mouth open, her teeth ready to bite down. But I've got my arm up against her jowl so she can't spin and bite. If only she knew. We're here to save her. We're here to rescue her. We love this crocodile. We've just got to catch her out of here before someone kills her and remove her to a wilderness area where she'll never run into a conflict with people again. She's beautiful, yet she means business.
Catching crocs by hand sure gets the old heart pumping, get a bit of adrenaline surge. Well, I'm going to take you on the Mother's Day roundup.
Ooh, that was close. It's Mother's Day, a perfect occasion for a home movie and for some mums to visit our Australia Zoo and watch us round up these crocodiles.
These guys are going to another wildlife park. They've reached sexual maturity, and at this age, they start to want their own territory.
Aggressive behaviour over territory is inevitable, and we've got to go in and sort that out because we love our crocodiles.
The crocs won't hurt themselves in the boxes. They feel comforted by the closeness and the darkness.
They're not really trying to bite me, they're only defending themselves. They think we're going to hurt them.
We have to be really careful. They're fast and powerful, and there's a lot of snapping jaws in here.
We class these guys as teenagers in the croc world. Not too big, but as you can see, big enough to be really dangerous.
So it doesn't matter if you're trying to catch a little crocodile by jumping out of the boat and grabbing it, or if you're trying to catch a whopper by setting your own live trap. Now you know how to do it.
How to catch a crocodile. Happy days. We'll see you there at the Crocodile Hunter's Lair. See ya.
See ya.
Here we go again, adventuring where the wild, wild, wild creatures hang. We're gonna have a gorgeous,
G'day.
don't muck with it, very, very dangerous time, my friend.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. What a little beauty.
From the land down under, the land of wonder, the man-made call.
Check this out.
The Crocodile Hunter.